Social Study Class 4th Revision for First UT Chapter number 1 Bookwork. So the chapter number 1, this is the chapter number 1, History Knowing Our Past. So bookwork, which one is a written record of past events? The answer is history. Second, the Indus Valley civilization belongs to the period ancient period. Third, India was once ruled by the answer British. Choose the correct word. History tell us about the past. The ancient period lasts till around the 8th century. The Mughal dynasty belongs to the medieval period. Modern period includes the British rule. Shahid Bhagat Singh was a freedom fighter. Next. So, identify the following leaders of the modern Indian history. So, first picture Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, second Mahatma Gandhi, and third Shahid Bhagat Singh, fourth Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Question answers. What is history? History is the study about the past. Why do we study history? We study history to know about our ancestors, their societies, their cultures, and their way of living. Next question. Name the three periods into which in Indian history was divided. History is divided into three periods, namely ancient, medieval, and modern. Next question. What were the main dynasties of the medieval period? The main dynasties of the medieval period were the slave dynasty, SLAVE slave dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Khalji dynasty, and Mughal dynasty. What do we study in the modern period? We study about the British rule in India under the modern period. Chapter number 2. Chapter number 2 bookwork. Chapter number 2 sources of history. Bookwork. The study of inscription is called epigraphy. Which place is associated with the stupa? Sanchi. Which one is a religious literature? Ramayana. Arthashastra was written by Kautilya. Akbarnama was written by Abul Fazl. True false. Old historical buildings are called monuments. True. Coins are made up of metals. True. The Mahabharata and Ramayana are great epics. True. The Jatkas are associated with the Jains. False. Abul Fazl was a historian in Babur's court. False. Next, define the following terms. Epigraphy, the study of inscriptions. Numismatics, the study of coins. Biography, a person's life written by somebody else. Autobiography, a person's life written by himself or herself. Chapter number 3, calendars and timeline. Chapter number 2, question answers. So what are the two main sources of history? The two main sources of history are archaeological sources and literary sources. ARCHAELOGICAL, archaeological sources and literary sources. What do archaeological sources include? Archaeological sources include inscriptions, monuments, coins, artifacts, and seals. Next, what are inscriptions? Writings found on stone tablets, pillars, metal plates, and walls of caves are called inscriptions. Next, why should we preserve sources of history? We should preserve sources of history because archaeologists, the ARCHAEOLOGISTS, archaeologists and historians get a picture of the people and events of the past by studying these resources. Next question. Differentiate between a historical and an archaeologist. So, a historian studies the past using the sources of evidences that archaeologists have discovered. An archaeologist usually discovers the historical evidences. Next, chapter number 3 bookwork. Chapter number 3. So Chatra falls on 22 March. The first month of Sakh calendar is Chatra. A leap year consists of 366 days. A Gregorian calendar has 4 seasons. The birth of Jesus Christ is marked as AD 1. Now, true false. The Gregorian calendar is a solar calendar. True. The February has 29 days every fourth year. True. The calendar has 14 months. False. The Sub calendar has 6 seasons. True. And the AD is always written before the year. True. Write the full form of the following abbreviations: AD, Anno Domini, BC, before Christ, CE, Common Era, BCE, before Common Era. Now, question answers of chapter number 3. Calendars and timeline. What is an almanac? An almanac is an annual calendar that has information about the important days of the year. Next, what are the main features of the Gregorian calendar? The main features of the Gregorian calendar are as follows. It is a solar calendar. Next one, it has 12 months. It has 4 seasons. Next, which are the main seasons of the Sub calendar? The main seasons of the Sub calendar are Vasant Ritu, Grishma Ritu, Varsha Ritu, Sharad Ritu, Hemant Ritu, and Shishir Ritu. Next question: what is a timeline? What is its importance? When the dates of historical events are arranged in order, starting with the earlier one and ending with the latest, it is known as a timeline. Distinguish between AD and BC. So AD is used for the years after the birth of Christ. BC is used for the years before the birth of Christ. So all the best, dear student, for your paper.